Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'll be showing you how I did my March bullet journal spread that is inspired by tulips. My inspiration for this came from a ceramic artist that I found on Instagram by the name of Natalie Santo Art. As soon as I saw the monochromatic blue tulips, it spoke to me, and I knew that I had to do a bullet journal spread based on those tulips. As the video progresses, you'll see me attempt to recreate those tulips that I saw. I completed most of my sketching phase off camera because it was pretty repetitive, but I kept my hand very loose. As you can see, I'm not too much on, on the paper, but I'm holding it towards the middle of the pencil and also towards the end of the pencil to keep my lines very, very loose. I didn't want it to be too defined, and I didn't want too many hard lines. When it came to my painting process, I used one of these really cheap paint sets that kids use. You can find these at like the dollar store or Walmart or any craft section really. I'm actually glad that I used these. I had these laying around in my classroom. The paint was very, very thin and it didn't bleed through the pages. As you can see here, I did a test round in one of my older bullet journals just to see how it was going to perform on paper. You can see through the paper just a little bit, which I expected it to be because this is not mixed medium waterpaper or waterpaper color. So it was fine and I really like the results. As I was completing this bullet journal, these tulips got me thinking about my recent fascination with nature. For a long time, since I've started my art journey, I was very much so a human portrait artist. I really liked realism, but now I haven't drawn anything that I think is good in a while, and now I'm kind of in a slump as far as drawing humans. But a couple of years ago, my nature fascination peaked when I took a trip to Phoenix, Arizona. And when you go to Phoenix, there is this one museum. I'm pretty sure it's just like the Phoenix Museum. I'm not really sure the name of it, but they had the most beautiful art there. And not only that, but Phoenix is just one of the most beautiful places that I have ever been. It's just so open. You can see the mountains. If it wasn't so hot outside, that trip would have been amazing. It was 115 degrees outside, but it was such a good trip that made me gain so much inspiration. Moving on to my outlining. For my outlining, I used just a regular Crayola color pencil. I believe the color is in Cerulean. I tried to pick it up earlier on camera, but it was just not focusing. So I believe the color is Cerulean. This bullet journal spread I discovered is very cost effective. So if you are somebody who does not want to spend a lot of money on bullet journal supplies and you don't want to go out buying all the fancy pens, you can do a lot of stuff with Crayola or either with dollar store materials. For the past couple of months, I've been really into putting Bible verses at the start of my monthly spreads. For this month's verse, I chose Proverbs 3 verse 5, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." I only chose to put the first part because the rest of it was a little bit too long, but I did really resonate with this particular verse because lately God has really been asking and requiring me to trust him in all my ways, especially with my career, with my thought patterns, with my actions, everything. So if you are having a hard time, this is just a verse of encouragement for you. Here I am doing my month at a glance page. For the past, I think 2 months, I haven't done these because I've been doing my bullet journal spread so late and I just want to hurry up and get it done. But this month I'm a little bit early. I'm a little ahead of the game this month. So I decided to go ahead and include it. And because the design that I had in my head was executed with this one. I was very proud of this one. I love how all the flowers turned out at the end, and also I needed to plan ahead for a few things because I have quite a bit going on this month.
Clock can't spin, but time bends in this world of ours. Some days stretch like rubber bands, others fly like shooting stars. Elastic hours, they expand and shrink. Memories blur faster than you think. My moment's forever, the next just a blink. In this elastic time, we sink or swim.
Here we have the weekly spreads. I did not come up with this by myself. I found a reference on Pinterest and I followed it. Although this was kind of difficult to recreate, I was counting and erasing like nobody's business because obviously I can't look at a picture and count or something, but I don't know why it was so difficult. Now when I pull out this outliner, this is where things start to go downhill because I pulled out that outliner. I thought it was going to be the same color as the flowers. It was not. It was a similar blue, but that was not the same tone that I was going for. And then I pull out my watercolor again and I start painting the stripes on there. The stripes made my eyes go crossed. Like, I don't know what I was doing. Now, luckily, I did my bullet journal so late, I won't even have to use this page, but I'll still have to look at it whenever I flip through my bullet journal. Lastly, we have the expenses and notes page, which I'm going to fly through pretty quickly because not much is different here other than the tulips are going across the bottom of the page instead of wrapping around the sides and interacting with all the other elements on the page. Now for the final reveal. Overall, I did like how March turned out. I think it's very, very pretty, but I feel like something is missing for me. Throughout the weekly spreads, something is missing. I don't know if I should have put a little bit of texture in the background or maybe went over the pages with a light wash of blue, but something is missing. If I get a chance to do this next year or maybe even further on this year, I want to recreate this at some point just to see what other ideas I have flowing within my brain or something, just so I can do this justice, because something definitely is missing. I just can't put my finger on it at this moment. But as we come to an end on my video, I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that you are having a good time planning throughout the rest of your year. But other than that, thank you for watching, and goodbye everyone.